All right, so you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I had forgotten to hit the like button again, so I hit it at the end of this intro. So you know what? Look, we just started up. It is what it is. I don't know what happened to these intros today. Uh, season two, year two, take two, whatever you want to call it, but we're starting off on the right foot, on the wrong foot, on the left foot. I don't know where we're starting.
but we're on, right?
But no, we're on now. We're live.
Okay.
We're on. I was here trying to do what I normally do, right? Which is what? Start the show. Get my phone. I start sharing it, and I don't see the feed. I don't see the
Oh man.
feed. And then when I came back around to do it again, I didn't see the feed again. But you know what? It is what it is. Carlos, talk to me. How's your day? Hey, Maria, I see you're on. Hope you're doing good. Happy New Year, Yuya. So, as we said before, are we in year two, season two? What are we in?
I'm gonna go with year two, man. I think seasons are like limited episode type stuff. Like when you watch a TV show, it'll start, you get episode one and then you might get like 10, 15 episodes in and then the show's over. That's a season to me. We try to do this all year long as best we can. I mean, considering, what we have to deal with in our personal lives, but we try to make this a year long thing. So to me, it's year two.
You know what? I think you convinced me.
I'm going with year two.
I guess we're gonna do year two then.
All right.
You know, it's gonna be year two, and that's what it is. It's year two of speaking it real. You get us around for another year, or maybe more. Who knows? Hey, Carlos, we're both wearing blue shirts. Carlos, you sound very low.
I sound very low. Um, okay.
You know what? Try going into the settings of the mic
Yeah.
on the StreamYard.
All right. Let me.
Thank you, Liz. Yeah. Where it says Cam mic, go in there, and hopefully it'll get you going.
All right. Let's see here. Hello. All right.
I don't know. You sound the same to me. Shitty, but you sound.
How about now? There we go.
Oh, that's much better.
Nice. Thanks, Lisi. Appreciate it. And it's first time on the new computer. So now I probably sound like I'm like what do you call it when you overdo it? Staticky.
Maybe the issue that I was having before was not my headphones, but it was Carlos's mic that was low. I changed headphones and all because I was like, man, Carlos, you sound too low. I think it's my headphones. And I've been having issues with my headphones.
Fine.
Damn it, Carlos. Can't believe you're doing that to me.
My apologies, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
No, I never sounded low. I well, whatever. I know I sound better now. If Frank's happy, then we're good.
No, of course. We're great. If I'm happy, we're good. We're golden.
Cafecito para todo el mundo. All right.
Oh, man, I wish. Cafecito would have been good right now.
Hey, bro.
So, before the show, I got a text, right, from my sister. She's like, hey, I'm going to be on. And now she's gotten into voice texting. She decided to voice text me as opposed to... Actually, no, it's not a voice text because she hits the button and it's a voice recording. There we go.
Okay, that's different. All right, yeah.
Yeah, voice texting could come out of
voice texting is hilarious. Tell Frank he is an asshole, period.
Right. Thanks. So I replied back to her, well, we're going to talk about people getting trampled on football fields. So
what?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to show you what happens when there's a person on the football field and they're taking pictures and not paying attention. Pay attention to the right side.
I've seen this happen before live, so ouch.
Well, I could pay attention to this.
Yeah, side let's see what happened here. All right.
Check out this person.
I see the receiver.
And I can't play. I'm trying to hit play. It's not letting me. Come on, guy. Okay, well, we're just gonna do this. No, you know what? Today's just full of technical issues.
Year 2, baby. Woohoo!
Year 2. Let's try this again. Hey, look, we're live, people. So whatever you see is what it is. Why? I don't know.
Listen, it's all about having fun.
Oh, I know why.
Even the technical difficulties and all. And LeBron's tweet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're not supposed to see that yet.
This folder could have been much worse.
So look, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes.
There. So, all right.
You see that person bottom right corner gray?
Yeah.
Whack.
Wow.
So,
ouch.
What do you do in that case? You know?
Yeah, man. So what was the end result there? What happened to her?
Well,
I can already tell. I can already tell what you're doing from the comments.
Oh, jeez. It was her.
What happened to her?
She got destroyed.
No, you poor thing. You all right, Lacey?
She ended up going into surgery. Meniscus. Ooh. Actually, I don't think the meniscus. Maybe the meniscus was done, or MCL or ACL, whichever one those are. I thought it was the opposite.
Yeah, no, not okay at all. That's at least like 6 weeks. Ugh.
Yeah. She's going through physical training right now.
Brutal. You know, Lacey, that happens sometimes. I was at a Saints game a few years ago. Torn meniscus, tibia fracture. I don't envy you at all. I mean,
listen, I saw the X-rays on that.
That bad, friend, huh? Like a wrecked highway.
It was pretty crappy.
Yikes!
I was trying to see what was what, and I'm like, oh no,
damn!
You just in some areas you saw just some plain dark spaces, and you're like, what is this?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I was at a Saints game years ago down here in Tampa Bay, and one of those plays where they ran to the sideline and they ran over the Saints coach, same thing. He was sitting down the rest of the game with his thing, trying to call a game from the bench with his leg up, and it's crazy. It's crazy, but I hope you feel better. I mean, just, do your therapy, do what you got to do, and I'm assuming 6 to 8 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's awful. I'm sorry. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. So, you know what? Last week, let's see. Last week we did our show. John Madden died.
Right.
This week we're doing our show. Betty White died.
Yeah, like right before her birthday. I guess there were people I think were placing bets that she'd make it to 100 or not, and I guess she fell short. And I mean, what an amazing career. Obviously, I remember her mostly from Golden Girls, and that was a great show. Even as a kid, whatever, about 4 older women and their issues and their trials and tribulations and happiness and living together and dealing with each other. That was a fun show. And Betty White was great on that. And, I learned later that she was not just a comedian, but a rough one too. and her jokes were punchy and she was great at it. And, but Frank, the way I see it, if you make it past like 84, 83, you've lived a damn good life. So she was 99.
Oh yeah, look.
That's great.
When you look at it, she was 87 years old. Okay. There's Elizabeth. Liz is a badass. Okay. Betty White was 87 years old when she did that commercial during the Super Bowl, and she was the oldest person to ever host Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I believe I lost it from a thought. Set to host Saturday Night Live. Yeah, and I think it was the her very first time hosting Saturday Night Live.
I heard she had received numerous offers in the past to do it, and she's always turned the show down. And I believe she said that after it was over, it was an incredible experience, that she had a lot of fun. So yeah, I guess it's one of those things. Check mark right off. She got that done too. So good for her. Yeah, it was I was shocked, but not, because you always see the jokes about Betty White living forever and making it to 100 and blah blah blah, and then suddenly right before New Year's, boom, like, oh, she didn't make it. But 99, bro.
Yeah, she. I mean, look,
that's awesome.
Well, you
That's
know what?
awesome.
She had a hell of an acting career, because when you look at it, she started in 1949.
Damn, yeah, that's.
And when you look at it, she just recently, and when I say recently, I say maybe 5, 6, 7 years, was when she, you know, like stopped acting.
Stopped acting, yeah. I've
Is it
heard
really
this.
a Saint Olaf?
I've heard this. I
Liz,
think that's
can
from
you
Golden Girls.
probably?
I think that's from Golden Girls.
Of, yeah, maybe Betty White used to say that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. But there's not much you can say. It's not much you can say. She's very
No,
celebrated. We're gonna miss her, and on we go, though. Life goes on, and these names now, Frank, as the grays in our head and our face begin to show, a lot of these familiar names are going to start popping up, man. It's going to
I
be
mean,
rough.
look, I think
Watching
this week
TV.
alone, yeah, but I think this week alone we've had another 2 people died that were famous people, and I just didn't want to even bother going to it, because it seems like every single year at the beginning of the year, all these faces that we've known kick the boogie.
I think because they died at the beginning of the year, and we have this natural tendency to like associate that kind of event, and then look at the beginning of the year and be like, oh, it's going to be another terrible year. I think we do that to ourselves on purpose. I mean, bottom line is, people are going to die at any time of the year, no matter what, and it is what it is. But we have this habit of hyper focusing on the first 2 or 3 deaths, and then it's like, already? Oh, this is going to suck. It's going to be a terrible year again. We're going to go through this crap, blah, blah, blah. So-and-so already died. I mean, we're terrible like that.
Yeah, we are.
We suck like that. I saw on the screen you had, what was his name? Antonio Brown?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a show. What a show, right? It's almost like you saw it coming. And I remember when the Bucks got him, everyone, there were 2 types of people. You had the people who were thrilled to have him because he was another weapon for Brady. And then you had the people who were just like, he's a diva, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. And at some point, he'll eventually explode on you or something. And here we are. Now, I know there's conflicting stories. He says his ankle wasn't feeling right and he didn't want to play. I believe the coach says the doctors cleared him. And if you're cleared by the doctors, you play. And
Well, right. Yes, but there was also the doc. I know that he did go to the doctor. I mean, I'm sorry, to the coach, and he told the coach, "Hey, I can't play." Coach told him, "Get the fuck out of here." Now, Bruce Arians even said it like that. I was listening to an interview.
oh, I'm sure he did. I
Okay,
doubt he
and he's like, "Get the
sugarcoated
fuck
the
out of here."
exit.
So,
Please step off my
so
sideline. I doubt it went like that.
yeah. All right. So then, where Brown comes into play is, oh well, now I feel disrespected. You're not going to disrespect me like that because he has his pride.
Yeah.
So, but now
It's
my question
football,
is
Frank.
this. No, of course I know it's football, but my question is this: is the guy really a nutcase? or is the guy playing nutcase?
I don't know. At least he's got a good point. He made a total show out of getting out. I mean, but then you're gonna have the people say, "Oh, when you're when you're running routes as a receiver, it's not the same," and blah blah blah. We'll never really know. And the problem is his credibility is damaged from issues in the past.
Hey, look, what sign is this?
0.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. his
Yeah,
credit. Yeah.
we know that.
His credibility has been shot from antics in the past. Then you got people questioning his mental health. I do know there was like one or two particular hits he's taken that like knocked him out, and you don't know. You don't know what's going on in his mind.
I question the mental health.
You
And now
question
why?
it. You question the validity of it, or like,
Does
are
he
you
really
thinking
have
that
mental
it's
problems?
possible? Are you thinking that it's possible, or you smell bullshit?
No, I think it's possible. I mean, look at all the. I mean, well, I think it's
I'll take it a step
possible.
further. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's possible, and then I also think that maybe he's playing into it too.
So, I mean, you could take it a step further now. You heard the story about the girl in the hotel?
He took a girl to a hotel not that long ago. I think
So
the night
apparently
before.
some like TikTok girl model who like licks toilets or something.
She's like 23, 26 years old, something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
apparently she's tested positive for COVID. And so once again, Brown is in, and he's dealing with like those allegations of of um
Misconduct?
well, like circumventing the COVID policies of the NFL. So how much of this is mental health versus him just being an honest douchebag? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, when I hear mental health, I think about, you remember what was his name? Junior Seau. You remember that guy?
Of course I do.
Right, man. See, Junior Seau was for all intents and purposes, he was a nice guy. I never heard anything negative about him, and then he up and commits suicide. Now, I'm not saying that everybody with mental health is going to commit suicide, but you can tell without question that that's an issue right there. But Brown's always had that bad boy chip on his shoulder. And I guess as he's gotten older and the money's gotten bigger in his account, his attitude has also become more brash. It's a tough call. I don't know how much of his issues are mental health versus him just being an ass. It's tough. I mean, we can speculate all day. We're not Brown. We're not the Bucks. They know more than we do, but he definitely has credibility issues because this ain't his first rodeo with drama. So I don't know. What's your take on it?
I think he's a straight asshole.
No mercy. Boom.
No. I mean, look, man. when you look at the whole thing, okay, and I mean by look at everything that's happened in the past, right?
Right.
If you want to better yourself, okay, you're gonna better yourself. All right, whether it's by meds, whether it's by however you want to, you're gonna try to be that better person.
Right.
Okay. Liz says it. He's a diva. That's why he stomped off and mocked the Bucks. How he did.
He is, and he's done
Okay.
devish things. So yeah, it's hard to feel sorry for the guy at this rate.
I don't feel sorry for people that don't want to better themselves. Okay, and I'll give you an example. I know a person who's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Okay,
That's tough.
and
Okay.
bipolar disorder is, hey, 1 minute I'm nice and calm, and then the next minute I'm freaking yelling at you because I want to yell. Okay?
True. Right.
So maybe not to the extreme I just put it at, but we get
That's
my
pretty
point.
good, Frank. You ever thought about getting into acting? That's some seriously good anger. I'm impressed.
I know, right? years of experience. So this guy or person or female, because I'm sure if they're listening, they know I'm talking about them. doesn't take their meds. Said nope,
bueno.
I don't want. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. So then, when the shit hits the ceiling, guess what? Doesn't want to be held accountable for your actions.
Mm.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry, but you're going to be held accountable for your actions. You want to know why? Because you're doing nothing to take care of it.
And look, I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. Some people end up taking meds and they honestly don't like the way it makes them feel, even though they know that it is designed to remedy their issue, their problem. They just don't like how it feels, and they'd rather take the gamble of dealing with their mental health issue. So that's tough too. But I get you. I mean, did he at least, for example, try to maybe get a different type of medication? It's not that hard for you to go to your doctor and say, hey, I'm taking these and I don't like what they're doing to me. Is there anything else we can try? That is what continuous effort would look like. If your friend did not try anything like that, well, then I can understand where you're coming from. I can understand that, they're essentially dropping the ball on their care, and that's going to be a problem for somebody, if not himself, later.
Correct.
Did Antonio apologize for? No. Wait, did he? I didn't see it.
No, I haven't seen an apology. I've seen that he's gone on different shows and spoken about it, and he sticks with his story.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything. I could run a quick search here. But I have not seen any kind of apology. He apologized. What was this for?
I don't think he apologized.
No,
Oh, damn, you look blue.
This was 20. Well, this again, when I got the white screen, that's what happens. Nah, he did something. He apologized for something else 2 years ago, but nothing in regards to this incident with the Bucks.
No, nothing. I don't.
And you know what? As a Saints fan, I don't care.
Of course. Well, now this is the thing. Now he, it's funny because he's cleared all waivers, so he's eligible to play for any NFL team.
True. Yeah, and and I hate to admit that the Saints actually need help at receiver. Yeah. I don't know if I want to gamble with that, man.
He's a gamble.
He is. You know what? If I'm the Saints, though, first of all, I don't even know if they have any room left to pay anybody. Their cap situation is pretty bad. But what have you got to lose? That our core is terrible. We can't score points. We're only winning because of our defense. Put him in there. Whatever. He doesn't like it. He can walk out of the dome too.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
I mean, especially, I don't know if you saw the Dolphins game. We were down 22 people thanks to COVID. I was like, this is going to be a slaughter. That was a preseason game is what that was, at least for the Saints.
Well, you mentioned COVID.
COVID, our dear friend COVID.
Got to bring up COVID Frank, here.
I am dying to hear what you feel here because I'm just going to put it briefly. I think that the bullshit on COVID has become so rampant, so widespread, so spread out. It's like somebody put a pile of merd on a plate and just started spreading it with a butter knife. That's COVID on all of us.
Let me ask you a question.
Go for it.
Before I
and I was saying this earlier in year one. This is
this is year two right now. This is year two.
Just saying.
So let me ask you: are you getting your booster shot?
I still am. I mean, a virus is a virus, and if there's any kind of vaccine or something that'll help, it's fine. I still think to my knowledge, no one has told me that exactly, Liz. No one has said to me in any way, shape, or form that COVID is not affecting the elderly. If they're still the target population. Again, I've got my mom who's almost 80, and
Well, I think
it makes sense for me to get
COVID's
it,
hitting
and we're all going to
co-
get it. But
COVID's hitting everybody.
it
Okay, I
is
think majority of the households are getting hit. I mean, you're gonna know somebody that gets COVID. Okay, I mean, I remember back when was it? When was it? AIDS came out in what, mid
oh god,
'80s,
that was like
early
80.
'80s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, early 80s, and then it got
I
really bad in like
remember
84, 83.
right. I remember when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying eventually you're gonna know somebody that died of AIDS.
Everybody's gonna have AIDS.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
and
always
whatever.
fear.
You know what? The story was true. Eventually, you know someone that dies of AIDS. It is what it is. Nowadays, they have a cure or they have something for it where it prolongs your life and you can't spread it anymore.
The Magic Johnson pill. That's what I call it.
Right. But going on to this COVID thing, I I think more and more, at the beginning of it, I was like, no, we have to, do our due diligence. And I still think that we have to do our due diligence. Okay. But I don't think it's just fear that we're being fed. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Look, I've been around people with COVID. Okay, I haven't gotten it. Okay,
Right.
right now my job, we reduce work staff to have only 30% of our workforce in the office. Okay,
Hmm.
because of this new COVID strand, highly contagious and blah 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 blah. Okay, we are required to wear a mask while we're walking around. And if I'm
Right.
sitting at my desk like I am here, okay, I don't have to wear my mask unless somebody comes up to me. I put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and whatever, I'm okay with that. But now the person next to me got COVID. Person on this side got COVID. So your 30% just went down to 10, and the other people are at home. Are
Yep.
or yeah, this is right. My theory is if you have cold systems, stay home anyway because whether it's a cold or COVID, I don't want it.
The
You're right.
only positive thing that has come out from this is this. Prior to COVID, whenever we felt that we had any of the symptoms of COVID, we would still go to work. I know I and many people would be like, yeah, I think I got a fever, but I can't miss work. I got to go to work. And we would tough it out, sit there sweating, doing whatever we have to do because we know we'd fall behind. And of course, then everybody would stay away from you. And that was enough. Like, oh, you're sick? Cool, man. You stay there, man. Just do what you got to do. We're good. But now, because thanks to COVID, you show up with a stuffy nose or you're like sniffling, they're like, go home. Like,
Well,
and
I'm
I
gonna
think
tell
that no,
you.
that's a good thing though. I don't think people should feel that if they miss a day of work or 2 days because they're sick, their lives are going to fall apart. But there are people. I'm guilty of it. I every time I missed work, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to fall behind. They're going to hate me." Blah, blah, blah. It's like it's crap. And now it's like what? That's garbage. I'm tired of
Yeah,
that. I
but
got
you
to
know
take care of
what?
myself.
You're right. But I also think it also depends on the line of work you're in. Because I will tell you this: not that my job is like super important. Okay,
Well, no, your job's
because
important, man. It
all
takes
right,
care of you. It's important.
if I miss a day of work, people are supposed to back me up. Number one thing. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me rewind that comment because I haven't really at my job now. I haven't really been sick where I've missed a couple days, but I wasn't doing shipments yet. I wasn't doing my
Okay.
normal job. Now that I'm back to doing my normal job, okay, if I have a shipment that's gonna go out, if they don't know where I'm at in my shipment, they can't work it. Like if I know ahead of time, like let's say Monday, I'm not gonna be at work. I'll leave them a turnover letter. Hey, look, this shipment so and so supposed to go here. Blah blah blah. La 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 la. Right? So they know what to do. If I call out sick, they don't know what to do. They're lost. So my shipment that was supposed to go out that day, now I got to try to find a flight to see when it goes out. Could be 2 days, could be 3 days. Now the customer is not happy. Why? Because the flight didn't go out. Because I got sick. And then what happens? Shit trickles where? It doesn't go uphill, right?
Yeah.
It goes boom. Why? Well, I was sick. Well, why were you sick? Oh, I'm sorry, I was sick. Maybe if you let me work from home, I could work from home sick.
And that's what I did. I mean, I've had to do that. Like we have meetings, whatever, a parent needs something. I'm still on Teams or whatever, just doing the best I can. But at least, people don't feel like they have to go to work. And if they miss work, it's the end of the world. No, if you're sick, stay home. In fact, now bosses are telling you to stay home. So that's probably the only positive thing. But I am sick of the BS. The COVID rates are just as bad in Florida as they are anywhere. And yet Florida has been one of the most open states this entire time. DeSantis has been given the CDC the big FU, and I love him for it. This is going to end up being what they call endemic. It's going to end up just being another flu. I don't think it'll ever go away. People are going to get it year after year. It's going to mutate. We're going to take vaccines, and it'll just be flu too, basically, is what COVID may end up being.
I agree with that.
And
I agree.
so
Well,
I'm not buying it anymore.
So we're gonna switch topics here. We're gonna go on to the basketball world in a minute. Kevin Porter Jr.
All right, you're gonna have to fill me in on this one.
I'm gonna fill you in on this guy without a problem.
Okay,
So he plays for the Washington Wizards.
the Wizards, got it.
Okay. What happened? On Wednesday night, this kid was having a hell of a game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Kid was having a hell of a game.
Call in sick, Frank. Show's over.
So what happens? The kid shoots a 3-pointer at the end of the game to seal the victory.
Okay.
The announcer says he pulled the trigger just like his father. He said a couple words before that. Okay. Like, hey, this kid's good. He pulled the trigger just like his father.
Right.
What happens? Kevin Porter Jr.'s father, okay, was convicted of manslaughter in the 1990s for shooting a child or shooting a person.
But did his dad play basketball?
No, his dad never played basketball. Now,
Ooh.
the announcer, Glenn Consor, apologized to the guy because he confused them with a player that was named Kevin Porter back in the 70s and stuff like that. So he just assumed that Kevin Porter Jr. was the son of Kevin Porter.
Okay.
Which Kevin Porter, the former Washington player. So,
All right. So it sounds
but that
like
made a mistake.
Guy made a mistake. All right. So what has happened?
So my gripe here is, hey, shit happens. We make mistakes. No problem, right?
Right.
So
I bet he does. Yeah.
that's awful. And also must
I
feel
bet
awful.
he does.
Right.
I'd feel bad. Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
I would feel bad too. I mean, let me get to the comment here. Where is it? Okay, so here's the apology. This is the apology from the from the announcer. Please
Yeah.
allow me to take this opportunity to sincerely apologize to Kevin Porter Jr., his family, and Rockets organizations for the comments I made during last night's game. I mistakenly thought that Kevin was the son of a former Washington player. Kevin Porter was unaware that the words I chose to describe his game-winning shot will be in any way hurtful or insensitive. I have reached out to Kevin to personally apologize and hope to be able to talk with him soon.
Sounds like a hell of an apology.
It does. But
So,
you see, this is where I have a problem.
Right.
This is a tweet by LeBron James.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ. This guy, I swear to God.
Okay.
I can't deal with this clown
he thought
anymore.
he was cool, huh? No, we ain't going for this. Sorry, but this ain't gonna fly. How insensitive can you be to say something like this? Beat it, man. I pray for you, but there's no place in our beautiful game for you.
But LeBron James is just... He's an absolute clown. I am so tired of him.
Now, mind you, LeBron James, in pure defense here, he did double down on that and said, hey, wait, I went too far.
Oh, but, he always does that, though.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
He shoots his mouth off on Twitter over everything, and then when he realizes that there's heat, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I overdid it. So,
well, because he talks out of his 4-point contact.
He's
Well, that's the thing. He shouldn't even be chiming in. The thing is that hold on, Liz. He chimed in because him and this player get along, and for him, this young player, because the kid's a rookie, if I'm not mistaken, okay, looks up to him. If you ask me, LeBron's a piece of garbage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, LeBron's a piece of garbage.
He's a diva. He's a diva. And
he's a straight up diva.
He drives me nuts already. All that man knows how to do is cry about crap. And then when he says a bunch of stuff too, and then when he gets called to the carpet, he's like, this is what Twitter does to people. This is why I don't use Twitter. Twitter's garbage. Hot garbage. And people like LeBron are exactly why Twitter's hot garbage. Yeah. I can't deal with him anymore. But to me, that sounded like a sincere apology. I think Porter Jr. may or may not. I mean, it's up to him whether he wants to accept his apology. I don't see why he wouldn't. It sounds like an honest mistake. But I'm not Kevin Porter Jr., and I don't know how rational or irrational he may be. But I think the announcer went out of his way to clarify, apologize, and say, hey, I screwed up. And based on the information you told me, I can honestly see that mistake happening. So
I could. Hey, listen, look, who's the player? Isaiah Thomas. Remember, he used to play for the Pistons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that there was a younger player, much younger player, a couple years ago named Isaiah Thomas. Mm-hmm. I thought they were related.
Right. I mean,
I thought they were related. So, especially in the sports world, because you have, people that want to name their kids after them.
Right.
Okay. And they're athletes. So, you know what? Obviously, you're going to want your son to be an athlete. And 90% of the times, I want to say that the kids, of an athlete become athletes.
That's true.
Whether they make it big time or not is one thing. Some do, some don't. Like you have
oh no, like the Mannings, they're a prime example.
Well, look, Manute Bull. Watch this. His son plays basketball.
A name from the past.
his son is in the NBA. He's a Bull.
How tall is he? Manute was like, I remember he was like 7'6" or 7'7", but he was really skinny. And I mean, he can block some shots, but I think he used to get pushed around a little bit too because he wasn't heavy enough. Manute Book and yo, Frank, you took me back, man. Holy shit! Wow, that's like saying Spud Webb. Damn.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to find a picture of the guy right quick.
Oh, all right. Lisi? What show did what show did he do in Miami? I just read your sister's comment.
No,
that thing on stage about okay, yeah, the whole. Well, you know what? I totally understand Lisi's perspective, but nobody in Miami complained after he won what, 2 rings? Was it? I think it was 2. So, it is what it is. Everybody thought it was fine until he left.
No, I mean, look, I'll be honest. I never liked the guy.
I don't really care for him. I mean,
I don't care for him at all.
I hated Jordan, but I respected Jordan. I mean, I don't even. I've actually lost it for the NBA. I've accused the NBA of treating their better players a little more kind or with more kindness on the court because they don't want to foul them out. And I remember one time it was a game I was watching with the Bulls with Jordan. I think it was against Cleveland. And he got mad at a referee and he threw a ball at the ref. And that was always an automatic ejection. And they didn't eject him. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with the NBA. That's crap. And I've never really cared much for basketball since. I mean, when the Heat do well, I'll raise my ear and watch and see if they win it. And if they do, great. But for the most part, me and the NBA, meh. It's like my least favorite of the big sports.
Gotcha. Let me see if I get it here.
Did you find him?
I found him, but like everything that I try to do right now.
Year 2, baby.
Well, the kid is 7'2".
So he's shorter than Dad. Must have been Mom. Mom must have been about 4'9".
Well, I'm trying to see that he's a Sudanese American professional basketball player. His college or not? Why? It's funny. It doesn't say his. Why wouldn't it say his parent? Okay, Manukbo and wife. I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name.
Don't try. Don't hurt yourself.
I'm going to massacre her. No, actually, Dad was only 7'6".
That's what I said. Yeah, 7'6", 7'7".
Yeah, he's 7'2". So yeah, I mean, he's still.
So Mom had to be like 5 feet tall. That's what happened.
I don't know. I couldn't find her mom on Wikipedia. Yeah.
Oh man. So Frank, I know we haven't really touched politics today, but real quick, I know you were privy to all the January 6th nonsense yesterday. What were your thoughts on that?
I didn't even hear it. You want the
I
damn
love it.
truth
I
of it?
love it. That's great.
I am so tired of hearing. I'm tired of hearing about January 6th. I'm tired of hearing about Donald Trump. Okay? And I'm even tired of hearing about Joe Biden. Okay? This whole shit, with politics has become a complete shit show. Okay? A complete shit show that I am so tired
I'm loving it.
of hearing it. I think what we need to do with these politicians, is get everybody out. Okay? I don't care if you're right, if you're left, if you're independent, if you're in the goddamn gutter. I don't give a rat's ass.
The gutter party.
Okay? I don't care where you're at. You're a piece of shit. Okay? And shame us, the voters.
Hey, listen. Hold on, Frank. Hold on. I got to ask you a few questions here. Time out. Man, I'm so glad I asked this question. I do recall. We're
going to change this segment in a minute. Okay? Because here we go.
Rant of the week. So I do recall, Frank, you used to preach the word of give the man a chance and We should,
Yeah.
things will be better. And okay, so that I'm not now. Don't get me wrong. I told you we're crazy for even thinking that before, and I love hearing what you just said now. But I guess I need to ask, what happened? How did Frank go from give him a chance, let's see what he does, to I don't give an F, to hell with all of them?
Carlos, it's simple, man. It's I'm a firm. Look at that. We got two people that agree with me today. Okay, and the cops are by your house again. You see, they're looking for you.
They're always looking for me.
You know what the problem is? It's I agree. Give the guy a chance. I said that last year at this time, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Just give him a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, he's been a year in office. What has he really done? This country is still not together.
Even though he promised, right?
This country, I think, is I'm not gonna say more divided, because I don't think we're more divided. I think we're just at a plateau where we're just there. Nothing's going forward. Nothing's changed. Okay.
So do you think what happened yesterday helped in any way, shape, or form?
What happened yesterday? That goes to show you how much I know. I didn't watch.
I love hearing that, because
I stayed away from.
Frank,
I stayed away from all that.
I'll tell you what happened yesterday.
I know that he ran his mouth a little bit.
They spent all day yesterday on the news showing clips and giving us all this drama about the horrors of January 6th and trying to show us clips of people really not doing much. And then what's her name? Harris comes out talking like, we must never forget a day like January 6th. We must put it up there with days like December 7, 1941, September 11. I'm like, you're kidding me, right?
Well, hold on. Let's get something. The fact that I don't want to talk about it and the fact that I'm tired of hearing about it is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the fact that it happened and that I still feel the same way that I feel about it that I did last year when it happened, disgusted. Yes, I do.
Right.
Okay. I'm just tired of hearing about it.
Would you compare January 6th to September 11?
Would I compare
got one person who got shot by a cop versus 2,400 people who died in two towers. I mean, can you really compare that?
I wouldn't compare it for the simple reason that I feel that they were two.
I got my gifts that day. That's all I remember.
No, I will remember what January 6th is. And I think that in my case, I wouldn't compare it to September 11th.
So you got to remember, I don't know if it was.
And this is why.
Yeah.
September 11th, we got attacked by foreign terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
January 6th, we got attacked by domestic terrorists. Hold on. And I'm using the word terrorists, right?
Yeah. Why?
We were people that stormed the Capitol.
They were kind of let in.
I beg to differ. If you're breaking things, this country is completely divided. No politician is working for this country. What happened last year is unacceptable. That's exactly what I'm getting to the point. Okay. If you're let in, you're not going to be breaking shit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Shit was broken.
Right.
And again, who knows at this point? Was it Trump that led the charge? Maybe not. Could he have tried to do something to stop it? I think so.
He did.
No.
He did.
No. Yeah,
he actually tried. So look.
We're not going to discuss this shit.
That's why we have the show.
I don't want to discuss January 6th. I'm tired of freaking hearing about it. I've said it. I don't want to hear January 6th.
I miss this.
I care about it, but I don't care to hear it anymore. Because you know what? Nothing gets done. Okay? We go back and forth. For what? For what?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I call pulling the right strings.
We're being fucking puppets. Okay? And to me, it makes no sense to go ahead and keep on talking January 6th. The people that have, there's been people arrested. People are doing jail time. People are going on probation because of it or one or the other. Hey, you know what? Good. You do the crime, you do the time. Okay? Do I feel sorry for the person that died, for the civilian that died? No, I don't, because she broke into the Capitol. She had no reason to be doing what she was doing. She got shot or whatever the hell it was. Okay? The only person that I feel sorry for on that day was the law enforcement that were trying to do their job that died. Outside of that, I don't give a rat's ass.
Who died that day?
There was a cop that also died. A Capitol Police, if I'm not mistaken.
The one who had a stroke. He had a stroke, and he had a stroke. It had nothing to do with the event. Yeah. Listen, Frank, I'll tell you this. I'll just tell you this. I'm not gonna beat you. I'm not gonna beat you down here. It's 10 o'clock. We're ready to close it. I had to ask, and it was so good to watch your head explode. I loved it. However, man, there's some new details that have come out. If you ever get some time, just glance through it. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, I agree with Celia here. No, there's no comparison in any way, shape, or form. And yet, the clown VP that we have was sitting there trying to tell us that we need to remember this day like we remember Pearl Harbor and 9/11. Sit and spin.
So, Carlos, you got my rant of the week. What's yours?
Man, I honestly didn't come prepared to rant, but I think, I guess it would have to be with what we saw yesterday. I just think it was a rather pathetic attempt at trying to make something much bigger than it was, and it was kind of gross. It was gross. And I think having vigils and stuff, and I'm like, no one really died from this. I'm not sure what we're doing here. I know what we're doing. We're literally trying to turn yesterday into like a red letter day on the calendar so we never forget it and remember the domestic terrorist and blah, 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 blah. It's hot garbage. And so it pisses me off even more that my tax dollars are being wasted by these clowns on shit like this. But that's our fault because we vote them in. So, I guess we can only be mad at ourselves. But then most people, like Frank, don't tune it off. And so this stuff keeps happening. And I don't blame Frank for turning it off because, it can get irritating. Me personally, I'm a glutton for punishment, and I love digging through this stuff. But see this? Look, there it is. I won't remember this next year either. We're all going to forget. But they put on such a clown show. It was disgusting.
I don't think that I will forget what happened. Okay. And right. I'm going to go and I'm going to tell you two reasons. One is because I felt sickened. I felt that as an American, okay, we could be better individuals. Okay. And number two, I don't forget it because that is what started this show.
That's right.
Okay. I'm not sure if you saw that post. I put a post and I think I tagged you on it.
I don't know. I did. I'll have to check.
I
got set up that day, and Frank put me on a show with Joe and Rob, and they show me this clip with two of like the dumbest people at the January 6th rally, trying to make them seem like all the Trump supporters are like that, and then started to try to give me the grill, and I'm like, I'm not buying it. Not buying it, but that was fun. That was fun, and that's when it all started. That's when it all began. So that was good.
I'm gonna show you the post right now because I have it here.
That's how you know it's officially year 2. I guess that's the only reason why we would remember January 6th is because of this damn show.
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, dude, I don't know where it's at. I know that I thought I shared it some. Oh, I know where it's at. Hold on a second.
It's on MySpace.
No. It's on the Speaking It Real page. Doop, 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 doop. Come on. I was checking my there it is.
So you working with a new system or something, Frank?
Kind of, sort of, not really. Why?
No, I'm just wondering. Like, it seems like you look like you're getting a feel for looking for stuff. So I'm kind of wondering if you're just using some kind of new software.
No.
All right.
So let me come here.
Well, just so everybody who's watching knows, this is really a producer's job. And when Frank's like the octopus of the show, he's got his hands everywhere, and that includes this.
Here it is. This was my comment. I invite all of you to join this conversation next week.
A year.
On one of 2 shows or both. Divided we stand, and I'll pitch you off shortly. On Monday with Rob Benjamin and Joe Aguirre. I personally send you all invites. Hope you can join us.
And then I had to run. I had to open my big ass mouth or type. I had to type in that. Oh man!
The thing is that the original post to that,
is all my fault.
Yeah,
I had to ask
because the original post was that I went on a rant about January 6th.
Yeah,
so then I think that I had a bunch of freaking comments at that moment, and I was like, oof. And then I went off. I was like, hey, I invite all of you. And I don't think anyone joined. I don't think anyone of my Republican friends joined. And it's funny because all these people were so trompitas, okay, that some of them I don't talk to today.
Now is it because of that, or they just stopped talking to you, or what? Because I still think that childishness is like, it's stupid.
Well, it is stupid
because we talk, and I still think he's like 10 times better than the crap we have now. But we'll save that for another show. But we talk, and it ain't just because of this show. And no. I'm sure knowing you for 30 plus years helps.
Dude, I mean,
but I'm sure there some of those friends you've probably known for a long time too, and you're not talking to them anymore because of that.
Well, yeah.
Dude,
listen. Remember, I got cut off. I got cut off by a person that considered me family. Okay, due to religious.
Did we talk about
okay, due to religious and political views. So
man.
Hold on, we're gonna have a little battle here. My mother, Trump was responsible for what happened.
All right, Mom, I disagree.
And my sister, I don't necessarily think it was Trump's fault. It's the stupid people that did it because of Trump. That I agree with.
Yeah.
But going back to what I said, I mean, I got cut off by somebody that considered me family.
Right. And that's petty, that's sad, but I get it. You got people like that.
So at the end of the day, at the end of the night, or at the end of the week, however you want to call it, when you're gonna sit here and choose your friends over a religious, um, not religious. Well, yeah, over either whether it's
You
religion,
mean the status of your friendship
over a
over
political party,
right?
or over religion, buddy, you got problems.
Yeah, no, you're definitely up there on on the petty scale, but
Because I would tell you this, and I think we've been more of a proven fact where we're not on the same side. Okay, we are on closer sides than what we were last year, but we're not on we're not on the same side, right? Political wise,
right,
and and I've never dove into this, and I bet you that probably religion we probably not either.
maybe not.
Okay, but at the end of the day, that does not define my friendship with you.
Of course,
Okay, what
of course.
defines my friendship with anybody is what we do with ourselves. You know, you make me feel happy, I make you feel happy.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the way I see it. Let's see what my sister said. It feels like so many people these days are more interested in your political association than how you are as a human being. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
and I blame social media for that too. I think it's done a job of shaping us into like little picture boxes. Like, this is Carlos. He's this. He thinks this. Believes this. If you don't like any of that, you don't like the whole box, and you're done. When there's so much more inside the box, but we don't care. And that's because of crap like this. Those cell phones and all the crap we're posting. But hey, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame. So there's the rant, man. We have ranted.
I think we're gonna have a weekly segment of rant of the week.
That works. That works. Put it down. Last 20 minutes? 15 minutes?
Something like that.
That works. All right. We'll rant.
Hey,
Find something that really pissed us off. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what I always forget to do. And I'm gonna do it now, but I want you guys that are listening
The advertisement?
to it is what it is. But I want you guys to do it at the beginning of the show. Okay, going forward, because I always forget to mention it, and maybe I'm going to start putting it on my list to mention it at the very beginning. Do me a favor. Once you see this show goes on, just take a quick moment, hit that like button, okay? Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your frenemies.
Frenemies.
Okay? Just do me a favor and share the show with whoever you feel is, what's the word I'm looking for? Necessarily needs to understand what life is and what you do in life when you don't agree. And that's talk.
That's deep.
But it's true, man. Think
I
about it.
agree. I agree. I've always said
You
that's the
know?
whole premise of the show. So I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%.
So
Play Powerball.
I wish. Actually, I think the Powerball was
Somebody won it.
somebody won it. Somebody won it.
Damn. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't care. If I won Powerball the week after somebody won it, I'd still be a hell of a lot better off than I am now. So whatever.
That's for damn sure. So hey, look. Last week I was trying to close a show like this, and I don't know what happened, but I think I killed it. But you might not always agree with what we're speaking, or you might agree with what we're speaking. But at the end of the week, especially on Friday nights, Frank and Carlos are speaking it real.
Not bad. Not bad.
We'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody.